Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is Attack on Titan, full series recap leading up to Season 4 Part 2, the final chapter. 100 years ago, the Titans appeared. They're naked, creepy-looking, man-eating giants that hunted humans almost to extinction. But some survivors managed to build enormous walls, so the last remnants of humanity are all trapped here. And the walls work extremely well. They're way taller than any Titan, so for the last 100 years, humanity's had a relatively peaceful, happy existence. But some people are not happy, like our main character, Eren Yeager, who hates that humanity's penned in here like cattle. Eren is a real angry kid who likes to yell a lot. His best friend Armin is a smart kid who likes to cry a lot. And their other best friend Mikasa is the strong silent type who's there to keep Eren in line. One day, everything changes when an absolutely massive, colossal Titan appears. This thing is taller than the walls and it kicks open the gate, letting the Titans inside. It is a slaughter, and while Eren and friends are carried to safety, his mother's left behind, and Eren watches as his mom is devoured by a Titan. His hometown of Shiganshina is destroyed, but it was on a little knobby outside the walls with a dual gate system, so the interior gate is still intact. Until another abnormal Titan appears, this one an armored Titan, and oh, it charges the gate, boom, bursts it wide open. Now the Titans are flooding into Walmaria, and the entire outer ring, the bulk of humanity's land, is lost. Eren Yeager vows revenge. He's going to kill all the Titans, every last one. So as soon as he's old enough, Eren joins the military along with his best friends Armin and Mikasa, and he meets some new best friends among the other recruits. There's Connie, who's bald, Sasha, who's hungry, and Jean, who's kinda cocky, becomes Eren's rival. Now the humans fight Titans in a super cool way, using ODM gear, omnidirectional mobility units that shoot out grappling hooks and let them fly around. You gotta get up high because the Titans' only weakness is at the nape of their neck. Pretty soon Eren's training is almost complete, but just then the Colossal Titan appears again. But this time Eren Yeager's ready to fight back. He gets up there ready to take this thing out, but just as quickly as it appeared, it vanishes. What is going on here? But before it left, it destroyed the gate, so now Titans are pouring in, and it's up to our group of recruits to fight them off. It's time for their first epic fight against the Titans, but oh! Titans look kinda silly, but they are way faster and stronger. It's not a fight, it's a massacre. Even our main character, Eren, gets his leg chomped. Armin's about to be eaten, well, there he goes, but Eren grabs him and gets him to safety. How's he gonna get out of this one? Well, he doesn't. He's swallowed. Maybe he's not the main character. With Eren out of the picture, his friend Mikasa takes the spotlight. She is by far the best in the class. She's a Titan-killing natural. Her parents were killed when she was young. It was actually Eren who came to save her, but he failed. And at this moment, something in her snapped. She understood that in this cruel world, you have to fight to survive. So now Mikasa goes on a Titan-killing rampage. Until her ODM gear runs out of gas, then things are looking bleak. But wait, what's this? One Titan attacks the other, and now it's his turn for a Titan-killing rampage. All right. When he's finally defeated, something very strange happens. At the nape of his neck is Eren Yeager. What is going on? For reasons unknown, Eren didn't die, but burst free, turning into a Titan. And not a mindless Titan like the others, but one where he was in control. It might have something to do with his father, Grisha Yeager, who 5 years ago gave him a mysterious injection and the key to his secret basement. But that will remain a mystery for the next 50 episodes. Now everyone is quite surprised by Eren's transformation ability, but this one smart guy, Commander Pixis, recognizes the opportunity here. Eren figures out he can transform by drawing blood like biting himself, so boom, he's a Titan again. He grabs a big old boulder and uses it to plug the gate, so this time humanity has stood its ground. So now Eren Yeager's given over to Commander Erwin of the Scout Regiment, who's just a real smart good guy. And once they officially graduate, all of Eren's friends join the Scouts too. The strongest of the Scouts is Captain Levi, who is an absolute Titan-killing machine. And the smartest of the Scouts is Hanji, who's the scientist type trying to figure out what Titans even are. So pretty soon it's time for their first mission into Titan country. The Scouts are the best of the best. Any one normal Titan's no big deal. But today, a new abnormal Titan shows up, the female Titan. And now that we know Eren can do it, it's pretty obvious someone's driving this thing. She makes a beeline right to Eren, trying to capture him, but this whole thing was a trap. Boom! Yeah, they've got her. They had a suspicion there was a spy in their ranks. Unfortunately, she does not stay trapped very long and goes on a rampage, killing all of Eren's new friends. So now Eren transforms too, and it's a Titan fight! But she has the ability to harden certain parts of her body and, beats Eren handily. Captain Levi and Mikasa give it everything they've got to get Eren to safety. Now, one of their friends and fellow recruits is Annie. Connie, and I don't want to jump to conclusions, but she looks exactly like the female Titan. They lead her into a trap, but it doesn't work, and she transforms again. It's Titan Fight Round 2, this time in the city. And this time Eren takes her down. We might finally get some answers. But something unexpected happens. She hardens into a crystal shell, and that's where she stays the rest of the series. So in Season 2, our crew has earned some well-deserved rest, but Titans appear within the walls. But where did they even come from? The walls were not breached. But now our gang is surrounded. With them this time are Ymir and Krista. Ymir's a real tough gal, and Krista's real nice. And Ymir has a huge crush on Krista. She's like, hey girl, I love ya. Sorry about this secret. She leaps off the tower and cuts herself. Yes, Ymir can turn into a Titan too. How many people can turn into Titans? What is going on? Ymir's Titan is a weird little gremlin one, but she holds him off long enough for reinforcements to arrive, and when she comes to, hopefully we'll finally get some answers. We do solve one mystery of where those Titans came from. It seems like they started at Connie's hometown, and one of them's still stuck there, and there's just no denying it. That Titan is Connie's mom! Yes, it seems that all Titans are people. Blah! But how and why was that village transformed? Well, it might have something to do with the new abnormal they saw, a giant monkey man Titan. They name him the Beast Titan, but he didn't stick around. More on him later. So now, after their latest brush with death, our one friend Reiner has had enough. He's like, yo Eren, me and Berthodlt are undercover Titans on a secret mission to capture you, so just come with us now and we'll stop all the fighting. Wait, what? Yes, our friend Reiner is the Armored Titan, and Berthodlt is the Colossal. Eren's not going without a fight, so he and Reiner doing some naked Titan jujitsu, while the rest of the scouts try to take down Berthodlt, but the Colossal's got a hot steam defense mechanism, they can't get close. He falls down to join the fight, and boom, lands on Eren, so they get him and are out of there. Soon they have to stop for rest though, and by the way, anyone with Titan powers can regenerate any injury. It'd be nice if we finally got some answers on where these two came from and what's going on, but they don't say nothing. But when Eren yells at them for breaking the wall and getting his mom eaten, they seem legitimately remorseful. They were just doing what they had to do. They brought Ymir with them too, though she wasn't with them, and she's not saying much either. We do get a vague part of her story. For reasons unknown, she was turned into a Titan, which was for many years a waking nightmare. But she stumbled upon Reiner and Berthodlt and Annie's undercover crew and ate their fourth friend. And apparently, if a normal Titan eats someone who has a Titan transformation power, they turn back to human and now get that power. Anyway, the scouts catch up to him, so it's a big old chase with a bunch of normal Titans following. Commander Erwin's leading the charge, but gets his arm bit off. That doesn't slow him down though. In fact, he busts in to cut Eren free. But now Reiner's chucking other Titans at him. It turns into a whole mess. And Eren Yeager comes face to face with the Titan that ate his mother. He tries to transform, but he doesn't have the strength yet, so he goes to just punch this thing and it actually works? Something unexpected has happened. For reasons unknown, Eren can now control other Titans. What is going on? So now the humans are able to escape. Ymir says goodbye to Krista like, hey girl, I love you, but I think I should go with them. Eren doesn't keep his Titan controlling power. It only worked that once. So once again, we're left with more questions than answers. So Season 3 begins with an unresolved mystery from the start of Season 2. There are Titans inside the walls. What is going on? The high priest of the wall religion seems to know something about it. At first he wasn't talking, but eventually he agrees to. But now, before he can, he dies under mysterious circumstances. Smells like a government cover-up. Indeed, the powers that be have decided the scouts are getting too close to the truth, so they have them all arrested on trumped-up treason charges. So for a while, our crew's got to go into hiding as fugitives. And hunting them is an incredibly skilled fighter. It's Kenny the Ripper. He and his crew use ODM gear with guns specifically trained to fight other humans, but they're still no match for Captain Levi. Kenny himself, though, is a match for Levi. In fact, Levi is his nephew that he raised in the Undercity until one day he got bored and left. Turns out Kenny and Levi are both Ackermans, who for a long time were the bodyguards of the king. Something in their genes make them incredibly strong fighters, which is why they're so much better than everyone else. And guess who else's last name is Ackerman? It's Mikasa. Yes, it's not by chance she's that skilled, it's in her blood. So now the government's going to execute Commander Erwin and disband the scouts, but the rest of the military is like, yeah, nah, you guys are clearly corrupt. They have a little coup and the scouts' names are cleared. But Eren Yeager was captured, along with Krista. Why her? Well, turns out her real name is Historia Rice. She's a secret daughter of Lord Rice, who turns out is the true royal family. So Eren's chained up in a weird crystal cavern, and we actually finally get some answers. The royal family has the power of the founding Titan, or the coordinate, which lets them control other Titans. That's how the original King Fritz built the walls 100 years ago. They're made out of hardened Titans. And the founding Titan has another power in the hands of the royal family. It can alter the memory of the people. That's why no one remembers any history from before 100 years ago. The royal family's been keeping them in blissful ignorance. So for generations, this founding Titan has been passed down through the royal bloodline. You inject yourself with the thing, turn into a Titan, eat your ancestor, and boom, you're Ymir the new king. But 5 years ago, Eren's father, Grisha Yeager, crashed the ceremony, and somehow he had the power to turn into a Titan. They had a Titan fight, but Eren's dad won and ate the founding Titan, taking the power for himself. Then he injected young Eren, who turned into a Titan and ate his dad, and now had the power of both those Titans. But why would he do that? We still don't know. Lord Rice makes him out to be a bad guy, and he's like, Historia, you've got to turn into a Titan, eat your friend Eren, and get the founding Titan back in the royal bloodline. Then you can use the power to control all the other Titans, and humanity will be freed. So that sounds nice, time to save the world, but Historia realizes the hole in the story. If the royal family had this power for 100 years, why did they never use it to stop the Titans? Well, turns out, along with the founding Titan comes the memories of the original King Fritz, and whoever gets it never explains why, but is like, oh yeah, no, we gotta stay within the walls. So it becomes clear her dad does not have humanity's best interest at heart, he just wants to hold on to power, and Historia's like, oh hell nah, time to break the cycle and free humanity from the God King's rule. Meanwhile, Eren's friends are coming to rescue him. They have an awesome flying around fight versus Kenny and his crew, but now a desperate Lord Rice licks the Titan potion, which is not how you're supposed to use it. He turns into a massive Titan. Eren and friends are gonna be crushed, but Eren found the bottle that gives Titans hardening power and eats it, so boom, yeah, now he makes a hardened Titan thing and saves them. But Lord Rice has turned into such a big Titan, he can't even walk. He crawls his way to the nearest village, and the scouts gotta fight him. They ram some gunpowder down his throat, and boom, exploded. So Historia is crowned queen, but not bound to the will of her ancestors, and the day is saved. Now, with Eren's new hardening power, he can theoretically patch up holes in the wall, so for the first time, humanity has a chance to patch up the holes in Shiganshina and take back the Outer Ring. The scouts ride out in force, and at first the mission goes well, but it was a trap. Behind them, a whole new crop of Titans pop up, led by the Beast Titan. We briefly get to meet him. His name is Zeke, and he's Reiner and Bertholdt's commander, and Reiner's here too with the Armored Titan, but our scouts have a surprise for him. Hanji has invented Thunder Spears, which are basically rocket launchers, which boom, blow through his armor. But Bertholdt's here too with the power of the Colossal Titan, and the Beast Titan's maybe the most dangerous. He's a good baseball player, turns rocks into weapons of mass destruction. So Commander Erwin leads a suicide charge, and almost all the scouts are wiped out. But that bought time for Captain Levi to sneak around the back and takes the Beast Titan out. Now Lord Rice had one more Titan creating injection, so if the scouts can capture one of the transforming Titans alive, they can take that power. But Zeke is rescued by another super weird Titan who runs around on all fours. They call the Cart Titan. Our gang blows up Reiner, but the Cart Titan's there to rescue him too. And now it's Armin who has the genius plan to take out the Colossal Titan. He goads him into using a steam thing, but he holds on until, sacrificing himself. But Armin figured out using the steam burns away the Colossal's muscle mass, and it bought time for Eren back in human form to sneak up behind and get Bertholdt. And Armin is still alive, just barely. It's like, hey, give him the Titan injection so it'll heal him and he can eat Bertholdt, get the Colossal. But turns out Commander Erwin is also barely alive, and Levi's got to choose which one to save. It becomes a heated debate, but in the end, Levi chooses Erwin. But with his last breath, Commander Erwin's like, nah, let me die, save the kid. And so it's Armin who's turned into a Titan, eats Bertholdt, and now has the power of the Colossal. And so it's an epic victory for humanity. They finally reclaimed their Outer Ring. But we still have no idea what's really going on. But now that they can get to Eren's old house in Shiganshina, it's finally time to find out what's in that cellar. The mysterious key opens a secret drawer which has books in it, a book with a photograph of Eren's father and another family. This is weird because our people don't have photograph technology. Turns out they're not the last humans on Earth. There's a whole world out there. Yes, our walled city is just on one little island. They're next to the Empire of Marley, which is at like early 1900s technology. That's where Eren's father is from, but he's an Eldian, a race that is horribly discriminated against, forced to wear armbands and live in ghettos. The official story goes that Queen Ymir of the Eldians made a deal with the devil to get Titan powers, and the old Eldian Empire used the power of the 9 Titans that people can turn into to dominate the world, and they were awful and evil. But eventually there was a big war where Marley got 8 of the 9 Titans and defeated Eldia, so the Eldian King Fritz fled with most of his people to the island of Paradise, where he used the power of the founding Titan to build the walls, erase his people's memories so they could live in peace. But many Eldians were left behind in Marley, where now they're treated terribly because of their devil blood, and they've been taught they deserve it because of the sins of their ancestors. They've got to atone. But when Grisha Yeager's little sister is killed by Marleyan police, he's like, oh hell nah, we Eldians deserve better. He grows up and joins the underground Eldian resistance, who believes the official state history is a lie. They believe that Queen Ymir and the Eldian Empire used the Titans for good, but we just don't know the truth. Now it's here Grisha meets his first wife, who is a descendant of the royal bloodline that was left behind. So they have a dream: if they can take back the power of the founding Titan, they can use it to unleash the 1,000,000 Titans that make up the walls and stomp Marley to dust. And the Eldian of royal blood who would wield it is their son Zeke. Yes, the Beast Titan is Eren's half-brother. So Marley's ignored Paradise for 100 years, but now they found out there's oil there, which is all the more important in the modern world. And Marley recruits Eldians into their army because they're the only ones that can use the power of the Titans. That's who Reiner and Bertholdt and Annie were, Eldian warriors fighting for Marley. So Dr. Grisha Yeager was indoctrinating his young son Zeke. You have to pretend to be loyal to Marley so you can become one of the Eldian Titan warriors, but secretly you have to be anti-Marley, steal the founding Titan, and use it to lead the Eldian revolution. This was too much pressure for young Zeke, and he ended up turning his parents in, Paradise. Criminal Eldians are taken to Paradise, where they're turned into Titans. So that's where the Titans are coming from. It's a punishment for them, and they serve as guards to keep the island Eldians inside their walls. But Grisha Yeager is saved by his guard, who turns out is a secret Eldian in the Resistance too. And somehow, through unknown means, he has the power of one of the 9 Titans. It's the one Eren gets, the Attack Titan. He's like, hey man, I have the same basic plan as you, but I can't do it myself. Anyone who gets one of the 9 Titans only lives for 13 years, and my time's almost up. You gotta take this one from me, infiltrate the walls, steal the Founding Titan, and save all Eldians. And so he did. That's the story we know, and passed it on to his son Eren. But wait a sec, the Founding Titan only works if you have royal blood, which Eren doesn't. But Eren figures out why it worked that one time when he touched this specific Titan. Because that Titan was his dad's first wife who had the royal blood. So now we finally know, mostly, what is going on. And so, relatively quickly, our humans finally eradicate all the Titans on their island. They are finally free. Except they're kinda not though, because right across the sea is an entire world of people that think they're devils and want to kill them. Kind of a bummer. And so, Season 4 begins 4 years later over in Marley. We follow a new bunch of kids. They're the top Eldian warrior candidates to inherit one of the Titans. The main ones are confident girl Gabi and her friend Falco. Now Marley's at war with someone and we get to see their Titans in action. By the way, Ymir was executed. They gave her Titan to a new guy. Its proper name is the Jaw Titan. And they use the normal mindless Titans, pure Titans, as weapons too. For unknown reasons, probably related to his royal blood, Zeke has the power to transform them with a yell. And oh, skydiving Titan bombardment! That should probably be a war crime. Anyway, as we get to know these people, we see they really aren't bad. Most of these Eldians think that fighting for Marley is the right thing to do. And Reiner also, who we've thought of as an enemy, but is a decent guy. He and his crew thought they were making their country proud as they were shipped off as kids on an undercover genocide mission. Anyway, now with the recent war won, it's time to focus on Paradis again. They have a big event to announce they're finally gonna go wipe out those Eldian devils. But one of them is closer than they think. It's long-haired adult Eren Yeager. He and Reiner have a chat. It's like, I'm so sorry, man. And Eren's like, yeah, I understand. And I'm sorry too, because Eren's here on his own mission. Oh, Titan attack. Most of the Marleyan High Command is gathered right there, so Eren takes them out in one fell swoop. But a Titan warrior we haven't met yet is here to fight back. They call it the Warhammer Titan, because it can use its hardening power to make a hammer. But Eren's not alone. Mikasa's here too, with a whole bunch of thunder spears. Boom! Eren eats that girl and takes the power of the Warhammer Titan now too. Yes, a bunch of scouts are here, ready to fight in the modern world. It's a massive fight, all the Marley Titans join in, but our crew with their ODM gear are deadly. But now Mikasa's like, Eren, what have you done? You just killed thousands of civilians. And our new kid, Gabi, having seen a bunch of her friends die, swears vengeance just like Eren did all those years ago. Our crew escapes on their new airship, but Gabi's not letting them get away. She and Falco get aboard and shoots the first person she sees, which is, no, not Sasha. She was so nice, just loved to eat. Anyway, turns out this preemptive attack was just Eren Yeager's idea. The military told him not to, but him starting it forced their hand. And Eren had a co-conspirator, his half-brother Zeke. Going back a few years to see how we got here, our people captured one of the Marleyan scout ships, but the tall girl in command here is like, hey, we're part of the Eldian resistance against Marley, we want to be friends, and believe it or not, Zeke the Beast Titan is with us too. So they helped our wall people get modern technology and meet some allies out in the world. This country was allies with the old Eldian Empire, and turns out their queen went behind the walls too, and it's Mikasa's ancestor, so she's a princess. And speaking of princesses, in case it matters, Historia is pregnant. The plan was supposed to be to reintroduce themselves to the world in a peaceful manner, hey, we aren't devils. But Eren Yeager apparently disagreed. He doesn't talk much anymore to actually explain himself, but it seems like he believed the only way they'll ever really be safe is if they wipe out everyone else. Most of the military, including Eren's friends, all think this attack was a bad idea, but there's a lot of them who think that Eren had the right of it and are ready to conquer the world as the new Eldian Empire. And soon Eren breaks himself out of prison to lead this group called the Yeagerists. And Eren Yeager has grown up from an annoying, angry, yelling kid to a badass, stone-cold rebel leader. So the Yeagerists take over the government, and Eren finally talks to his friends who are like, what the heck are you doing, man? But Eren still doesn't explain his motivations. He is really mean to his friends though, makes Mikasa cry. Time will tell if Eren has really become such a douchebag or if he has some secret plot. We know the first part of his plan though is to meet up with Zeke, who's being held prisoner in the forest by Captain Levi and a whole squad of soldiers. We learn that it's Zeke's spinal fluid, that if Eldians ingest it, he can turn him into Titans somewhat under his control. And turns out the wine his friends brought from Marley were spiked with his juices. So now he shouts and turns all his guards into Titans. But not Captain Levi, he doesn't drink, and handily takes down the Beast Titan again. He ties him to a thunder spear and makes him explain his double-cross super secret plan. Zeke's mentor was the Beast Titan before him who knew all about Titan lore, and he learned the Founding Titan with royal blood can do more than alter Eldian memories, it can alter their physiology. So Zeke, who witnessed all the Eldian suffering, doesn't agree with his dad that they should rise up. He thinks it would be best if they just disappeared. Apparently his real plan is to take the Founding Titan and use it to sterilize all Eldians so they and Titans will disappear from the earth. For now though, he escapes by blowing himself up along with Captain Levi, who will hopefully be fine. Zeke's Titan powers will eventually heal him and he escapes once again. But now Eren gets a surprise visit from the girl who is the cart Titan, but she's like, hey man, I'm on your side and there's something outside you gotta see. So she lures Eren out there, but it's a double cross cause the Jaw Titan's under him. He misses his shot though, does not get Eren, so Eren transforms. Just as Marleyan airships are flying in, this is their counterattack. Who will win this final battle? What is Eren's real plan? Find out in the final chapter of Attack on Titan. If you like this recap, hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies. And if you loved this recap, check out the join button and support the channel as a member.